move that car. I don't know if you can see it, but that one's gotta go. Okay, we gotta move that one to the front. Corvette. The weather's kind of getting better. I think we're gonna put the drag pack back on and start hitting up the streets with that. And I got some stuff I want to show y'all about the Civic, which I hadn't done nothing with lately. I bought a bunch of parts for it, and I'll show you what I got. I don't think I've showed them in another video, but we're gonna do that. But first we gotta move cars. I need a bigger area for cars. All right, we got that car moved. Now we fixing to back this one out. I don't know if you saw this, but you're probably wondering, what the hell is this? What this is a crawler track that I'm making. I got like a 1/16 scale quarter crawler. It's pretty cool too. And I'm making a little small course out of it. So now I just need to layer that with some plaster strips and then paint it. And it's gonna look just like rocks. It is. All right, we gotta move all of this shit out the way so we can back up that moth. And I probably need to go get some gas too. May drive it to work 1 or 2 days. Man, I tell you, all of my cars, 1, 2, 3, and the ones in the front, they all need to be washed. I may end up spending my entire day washing cars because they are filthy. That one is filthy. That one, what the hell? I don't even remember when was the last time that I washed that one. All right, let's start this bad boy up. All right, we got that backed out. I need to clean this car out too. Man, I went to TX2K last week. If you ain't figured it out, it was the first one I attended. The last time I tried to attend one, couldn't get in. It was too crowded. But for some reason on Sunday, which was the finals day, the eliminations day, there was still a lot of people, but boom, in and out parked, had to do a lot of walking. But man, it was so motivating. It was so motivating, and it was humbling at the same time. Now, and that's really what motivated me to come outside and put these damn drag pack back on. Still can't go to the track just yet because I still got to buy a fire jacket, which is not a big deal. But I got to get the belly pan for the Corvette. Problem with that is, I just have a feeling once if I put that belly pan on the car and it stays on there, which it will probably have to stay on there, because that's not something it'll probably have to stay on there. That means I just think it's going to generate more heat because there won't be any flow up under there with that belly pan on there. It just don't seem like that's a good thing to have to do to a race car. I mean, for a street car, I just feel like it's gonna trap so much heat. So I've been really avoiding that. Now the next testing tune they have at the quarter mile, which is really what I want to go to now anyway. I do plan on doing that because I still don't even, I have not had a good run in this car yet in a quarter mile. The best run I had was like a 1038 at 138 with a 190 60 foot, and I lost traction, got all the way out of it and got back on it. So it's definitely a high 9 teching car, but I can't even say that until I go to the track and make that happen. So I really want to do that. The 8th mile track is cool, and I had planned on doing some racing there, but they put these rules in place, and I know why they did it, because I think they just got sanctioned by NHRA or IHRA, one of the two. But anyway, those organizations have requirements. I don't know where I picked up this mud. Look at this mess right here. That's terrible. I still need to get a front splitter. I just ain't had time to do too much of nothing lately. But enough of that. Like I said, I don't think I've showed these parts on this channel. So if I haven't, now's the time to show you what's going on right there. Interesting. Don't know what that is. Anyway, I got some goodies for the Civic, folks. Let me show you these real quick. We got some front arms, adjustable arms, because the other ones were not adjustable. So I can't get in alignment. And when I'm rolling at like 120 miles an hour, man, you want to talk about shaky. That car starts floating all over the place. It's extremely scary. So I bought these control arms so I can get in alignment, probably raise it up a little bit too. I really need to probably get some more coilovers too. But the main important thing is to get these on the car so I won't be floating. That's an easy job, but I ain't done it yet. I hadn't really done too much with anything with these cars. All right, so if you see this, you probably already know what that means. But we got a new downpipe for the turbo. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. It's got a flange on both ends. I'm probably gonna cut the flange off that end, and then we're gonna put a bung in here for the wideband sensor. Right now, I have like a typical T3 T4 mount for the turbo. But now we're going with a V-band, and we're going with the something else. It's not a T3 T4. I'm finna show you. This is a pretty good pipe. Yeah, we're gonna cut that bad boy right off, right there. Or either I may keep it on and run the exhaust down a little bit farther around, maybe under the engine. I ain't figured that out yet. And then come over here. We got yes, you heard it, you see it. We got a new, I'm scratching it up. We got a new turbo for the old girl. A bigger turbo. Yeah. We got a GT 3582. This should make about 500 wheel horsepower. Fairly easy, at least. And I don't think it's a ball bearing. It's still not a ball bearing, still a journal. But as you can see, we got the 4-bolt mounting. So I got to do some changing for that. I do have the mounting point for this, so I ain't worried about that. It's somewhere. Yeah, so we got the new turbo. That's gonna take some whoopity doing, but we're gonna put that on the Civic. Straight up eBay joint. Suppose that should spin a little freely, but ain't no oil going through it. Nice and tight for the most part. So the end goal of what I was gonna start doing with the Civic, now that I got my oil leaks fixed, was to make that bad boy into a drag car. Why is this thing so bright? Was to turn it into a drag car, like a straight drag car, gut the interior and so forth. But I ain't done that. I ain't done nothing with it. And I don't even know if I'm gonna do anything with it, because actually I'm thinking about getting another C6 Corvette, more or less like a daily driver one. And I want a stick shift. Just want a base. I don't want a Grand Sport, don't want a Z06. I don't even care if it's high mileage. I want another one. I'm gonna do all the work on it. Booty boot, body bob. So hopefully that may be coming in the next month or so if I can find one at a good price. I was thinking about getting a Mustang GT. Have a vet, see what the Mustang is all about. But then I'm like, I don't want no goddamn Mustang. So we're not getting a Mustang. May get another C6. You will find out. If I don't have one in the next few months, you'll know I changed my mind. I need a truck, fuck a truck, don't want no truck. Anyway, but even if I don't, we still got these parts and a whole bunch of more parts that are still in the house for the Honda. So one thing I didn't mention is, if I do get another C6, I'll probably keep my drag pack on all the time on this one, and then sell these particular wheels, because I won't even need a second set. Don't really need a second set now, but I definitely won't need them if I had another C6. And I mean, you know, I can't leave it stock, but I think if I get another one, to avoid all the heating and having to try to figure out that, I'll probably just stick some nitrous on it. Hell, I should take this kit off and put in it, but I'm putting the cart before the horse right now. Pro tip: if you don't want to lose your weights, put tape over them, because you'll lose them if you don't, especially if you're going fast. I'm sure everybody knew that though. Surely. I ain't gonna lie, guys, these are my favorite tires in the world. These goddamn Street R's, even when they are off the car and just on the wheel, they absolutely look immaculate in a grippity grip, grip, the grip. Now people be talking about, oh, they ain't gonna last that long. Man, I be having these radios on this car for at least a year. You know what I'm saying? Before they even start to show any signs of wear. Even when I was going to the track a lot. So yeah, you're gonna daily drive them on a car you drive every day. That would be stupid anyway. But man, y'all see how much I drive this car? Not that much. but I also make pulls every time I get in it. Well, pretty good. And I take it to the track. Did that much. But they last forever. They last forever. Driving them in the rain, no bueno. No bueno. You know what? I just thought about something. While I got these tires off and swapping them, I think I'm going to raise the rear of the car up a little bit, because when it compresses, these 205, 45, they rub. You can see right there, they rub some seriously when this bad boy squats. Probably done blew these bad boys out. That's got to be an upgrade coming soon. But for right now, I think I'm gonna raise the car up like a turn or two. So I won't, maybe that'll help. What y'all think? Ooh, got my gas tank fixed. So I just raised this side up one full turn. I hope that's enough. I'm gonna have to drive it for it to settle. If not, if it's too high, then I'll probably crank it. I'll probably turn it like a half a turn, and I'm thinking that should be right. The good thing about these cars is you don't really have to take the wheel off to do it. I'm doing it with the wheel off while I have it off. But if I don't like the ride height after it settles, I ain't gotta take the wheel back off. It's amazing. Let's do the other side. We almost got it together. I'm dying to the last one. All right, kinfolk. So we got the taking a little break at the break. We got the wheels all on. Now we're gonna drive it a little bit because I need to go to O'Reilly's anyway to get some more car wash fluid, and I need some more valve caps, which I know I got some somewhere. They get lost real quick fast. So let's clean up. Y'all can ride with me as I go to do that. And just like that, bada bing, bada bam, we on the way back from O'Reilly's. Now look at this. I bought some bullshit, all because I don't feel like hooking up, putting water in the bucket. I saw that shit and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I wonder if it's gonna work. Well, we're gonna find out for $21. Such a waste of money. I gotta go see how much this E85 is. This will be the first time I put E85 in the car, or even put gas in the car, since these prices went up. I'm kind of scared, although E85 is usually the cheapest. So now that we done made it back to the house, let's see if this suspension has settled, which I know it has, but I'm just curious to see how much lower it is, higher it is. Okay, I don't see no difference. That was a full turn. Maybe it is based on my driveway, but if we have to go up some more, we will. That would be better than burning through tires. Like on this side, it is way higher, so I can't really make come to an honest conclusion until A, I drag them on the fender well, or B, I go somewhere where it's flat. And we not finna do that right now. I gotta clean up these damn cars. Anyway, we out.